God, it's so surreal sitting here like in this classroom, the very classroom that I used to sit in like for so many years, thinking about being a singer. And now, I don't know, what, 20 years later, I'm actually doing it. It's incredible. It's very surreal sitting here in the history classroom in Blackrock College, where I came to many a class over the years and listened to many a lecture and a story about past pupils. In particular, I suppose one of the most famous Irish freedom fighters, Eamon de Valera, was a past pupil here, and we used to hear all about him. But kind of funny that I'm sitting in the seats that I actually sat in. I mean, I used to always want to kind of sit here, down the back, but inevitably I was always pulled up to the front because I was chatting or mucking around or whatever it might be. So inevitably I spent more time in the hall as opposed to sitting in the chairs here. So this is probably as long as I've spent in a classroom chair in one go. But it's nice to be back, and it's certainly, school for me was a very enjoyable time in my life. I got on great with the lads in my class, and I had great rapport with my teachers. But it was always a means to an end. It was always something that, you know, I just needed to get through in order to finish and then go chase the dream. And I suppose that's what I'm doing to this day. So coming back to where it all used to go a million miles an hour in my brain, it's nice. It's really, really nice.
Ci sono cose, un silenzio che non mi aspettavo mai. Vorrei una voce ed improvvisamente ti accorgi che il silenzio al volte della cosa che hai perduto. Ed io ti sento amore, ti sento nel mio cuore, stai riprendendo il posto che tu non avevi perso mai, che non avevi perso mai, che non avevi perso mai.
So when deciding to do the new album, an awful lot of thought went into it, you know, deciding where we were going to do it and of course what we were going to put on it. But one of the things I was actually very definite about was that I wanted to record it in Ireland. I suppose I spent the last 4 years travelling around the world with Celtic Thunder, and it was fantastic. Great experiences in the United States and Canada, in Australia most recently. But it's not, I suppose, until you're away for long periods of time or you get to see all these wonderful places that you realise, actually, Ireland is pretty wonderful too. And there's an awful lot to offer here. And one of the things I wanted to get across in the album was a sense of happiness and sense of comfort and a great sense of belief in myself. So in order to do that, I needed to surround myself in the people that believed in me, the people that love me, the people that I've worked with for many, many years. And the people that I love and the people that I enjoy working with. So all these ingredients, I think, had to go into the album to make it, I suppose, me. And I think we've really achieved that. And it's been a real pleasure coming home because I've been away for so long. And it's nice to be back, and it's nice to see that Ireland, despite everything, is still a great place. So here we are in the school chapel. It's, I think, one of the most beautiful chapels in all of Ireland, let alone in one of the schools. When I started singing as a boy soprano at the age of 7, an awful lot of it was based around churches, simply because that's where boy sopranos would have sang, you know. So I started with a man called Dal McNulty. He was a blind man and a wonderful musician, and he specialized in the boy soprano voice. And through working with Dal McNulty and working in churches, I got to sing an awful lot of wonderful music that I suppose I wouldn't have really come across if I had just been out kicking a ball. So the likes of Schubert's Ave Maria or Mozart's Ave Verum, they all came to me at a very, very young age and opened this whole new world to me. And going to church every week and getting to sing stuff like that made me realize that I was actually very, very lucky. And so still to this day, I get to sing regularly in churches. And on Christmas Eve, this particular church is jammed to the rafters with people. Christmas in Ireland is a very, very important time for family and friends and everybody else. And I would sing just right up there on the altar there and do the likes of O Holy Night and the Panis Angelicus, and of course, as I've already mentioned, the Ave Maria. So it's very appropriate and very important for me to bring you here and show you where it was and where it is that I still sing. I also sang in Buderstown Church, which is literally across the road every Saturday evening for 16 years, doing all that music, and simply for the love of the music. I think liturgical music is like no other, and it's certainly something that I intend to sing for many, many years to come.
Che sono sempre libere come le nuvole che volano ad un
So now I'm facing a whole new chapter in my life, and I got to say it's very, very exciting. A bit nerve-wracking, but very exciting, and I think the stars are finally beginning to align, and genuinely feel that this is my moment.
Nella fantasia esiste offendo caldo che soffia sulle città come gli amici